All right guys, today we're gonna be taking care of the booth, getting it all cleaned up for the new year. You guys know that 2024 is right around the corner, and we wanna make sure that our booth is ready, clean, and that way we can start off the new year fresh. So, and this is what about 10,000 plus hours looks like once you get your booth dirty. And by the end of this video, we're gonna get it all cleaned up. And in this video is the one that you guys are gonna win the raffle for the RCP America gift box. All right, so we've got the booth now opened up. We took everything out, all of our stuff that we have in here. Sometimes I have a table so that I can mix my paint up and switch out my cups. But you guys can see here, we have a lot of overspray on the walls. And this here is the booth coating that we have on here, and it starts to deteriorate over time with all the bakes. So here we're gonna go ahead and get this thing cleaned up, pressure washed, and get this thing re-booth coated. That way we can start off the new year fresh and get this thing all nice and clean again. All right, so it's coming out nice. You guys see here, it looks a lot cleaner than it was. The sooner you can get that booth coating off, the better off you're gonna be with getting it clean, because it takes a lot of beating with all that overspray and then all the bake cycle. So this one was on here about a year, and this was about the max. You're gonna wanna wait before you get that stuff off of there. Otherwise, you're gonna have a lot of time in cleaning it off and trying to get it back to normal. So it's coming along good. We got about half of it done. You guys see here, that side looks clean. And then look over here at this side here, how dirty it still is with all the overspray. So we're gonna continue on. We're hitting it with the foam cannon, brushing it, and then hitting it again with the pressure washer to get it all cleaned up. But it's coming along nice. This here spot, I went over and put a little bit more cleaner on. This one here needed a little bit more help to get it cleaned up, and I'll show you that in a second. But we're going ahead and getting it cleaned up, and then we're gonna go ahead and bake it and then hit it with our spray. That way it's treated again, so we have another full year in this booth. All right, so we've got it all clean now. You guys see that there's a lot of moisture in the air. So what we're gonna do now is go ahead and get the booth started up. We're gonna leave the dirty floor filters in there. That way, once we slime it and we get done with that stage, we can put new fresh filters in, and that thing will be nice and clean. So you don't wanna change your filters out before you do the job. Make sure you do it at the end. That way you don't have all that buildup of that actual booth coating in the actual filters. So we're gonna go ahead and get that thing baked, and then we'll be getting this thing slimed up. All right, so this here's the product we're gonna be using on the booth. This is the booth coating from 3M 06840, and we're gonna go ahead and put that on now. All right, so we have 2 coats now applied to the booth coat. I went around with one, then I went around with another one. That way we have a nice amount on there, and that's what you want to do to make sure that it's easy to come off later. So if you don't put that stuff on thick enough, you won't have enough mils for it to actually capture all the overspray, and that way once you go to take it off, it comes off a lot easier when you have a nice amount of it on there. So I'm going to go ahead and bake the booth one more time. Then we'll go in and change the floor filters, and I'll show you guys the job all finished up. All right, so that's the booth all cleaned up. I think it came out nice. And you guys let me know what you think of how the booth came out after that year. We did quite a few hours here at the shop. You guys know we run a production shop, but we want to make sure we keep the booth looking nice, because that is the main focal point in this shop. Once you come in, you see that booth, and we want to keep it nice. That way it gives a nice representation of the shop. So make sure you leave a comment down below in this video, because we're going to be giving away this here box filled with all the RCP products that you guys are going to want for sure. And we're going to go ahead and pick one comment in this video. We'll run it for about 5 days, and then we'll reach out to you. So I hope you guys like this one, and we'll see you on the next one.